Hey, what's up you guys? Bad Rob here, back again with another video. YouTube analytics tells me that people don't watch my videos longer than 2 minutes, and so we don't even get into the gameplay by then. So we're just gonna get right into it today and start talking about this match. It's me versus Luigi, and I'm so excited to show you some of this stuff. So, one thing to note about the Luigi matchup is these combo games. As you can see, I mean, I'm already at 70%, and I've just been pretty much comboed straight to death. Which is what you have to worry about playing as Isabelle versus Luigi. He'll use that fireball a lot to sort of close the distance between you and himself. And what you have to keep in mind about that is I don't think pocketing is the optimal move. That was some good DI on my part, thank goodness, or else I probably would have died. I love it when you try to go a little bit deeper than me, try to edge guard me super deep, because I promise I'll recover. And so I'm able to get a free sort of kill right there, catch him in a couple of mines, but you have to be careful with those fireballs. I don't think pocketing them is the optimal move, because during that animation, they're just going to run up to you and start their combo. So I kind of run right into that up smash. Which was really good, well played on his part. But you can use your Nair to get out of some combo situations. That was sort of a mistake on his part, dashing onto my mine. Yeah, so, and another thing is Luigi's Nair has just such a strong hitbox. It reminds me a lot of the Yoshi hitbox, where it can just be so difficult when you get them into a situation where you want to go in and do an up air, see, just like that, and it just barely happened a moment ago too. That Nair has such a good hitbox on it, and it comes out so quick that it can be pretty tricky to get something like that on them. But I feel like with the Luigi matchup, since they want to combo you and they want to just try to push them off the edge. If they have blown their jump and they have a pretty weak recovery, follow them off. And if you're not at too high a percent, you can typically scare them into an edge guard situation like I did just right there, which I felt like went really well. But don't be so scared of his projectile. If anything, this is a more difficult matchup for him than it is for you. Just because you're able to keep better distance, just find other ways to avoid those mines. Great ledge trap situation right there. I just had a feeling he was going to roll, so I went for it, and thankfully I was right. Yeah, so I tried to go off the stage there just to try to maybe catch him on something like that. I should have maybe considered that he was going to do another roll onto the stage just because he had just barely done it as well. And, I mean, like, for me, like, personally, like, I have a couple of mix-ups that I do, but the one thing that I really like to do is to jump on the stage. So when someone picks that up from me and they know that I'm going to just try to jump onto the stage in order to recover, those people punish me really well because, well, I mean, hey, it's what I do the most. And so I should have figured probably, so now I've got him in a really great situation for myself, and then unfortunately I might have scared him off. He might have recovered a little bit too low. I think I scared him off just a little bit by sort of going off the stage and being that sort of presence of, well, be careful how you're going to get back over here because I might nair you or slingshot you. And I think that sort of scared him away from being in the right position to get back onto the stage. But yeah, okay, this next game is me versus a King K. Rool. So I played 2 games with this guy. And let's see. So in the first game that I played with him, I mean, he's not a bad King K. Rool by any means. In the first game, he 3-stocked me. Just got me into some really great edge guard situations. Like the game was maybe like a minute long. Like I totally just, what's the word, flopped. And on that one, I was like a fish out of water. Floundered is the word. I totally floundered in that game. Like was just really flustered by his play and everything like that. But yeah, this game goes pretty well in my favor. So he decides to walk into my mines. I really appreciate him doing that. As you can see right there, I tried to grab his crown, and he always goes for that move, so I always know it's just a shield. And whenever he throws out the crown, if I'm not in a move like I was caught right there, the goal is to try to catch his crown, because if you catch the crown, he doesn't get it back and he can't use it to continuously be an overbearing sort of presence. So earlier in the game, he jumped back onto the stage, so I just had a feeling, well, I'm just going to jump and throw that cannonball and I know I can secure this kill. And then he kills me immediately after, so I lose a lot of the momentum that I get right there, but a really great read in that situation. I blocked the crown by using my up tilt, able to push him off the stage, and he jumps onto the ledge once again. Definitely would not recommend doing that. because that's going to be one of the first things I try until you change it up. So I'm able to just push him off the stage. I'm at 0%. He's at 104. Just managing to keep good distance from him, blocking those attacks. There's certain things that he'd like to do, like he'll whiff an attack, but then go straight into a jab. So if I were to try to punish his whiff, I would get punished for trying to punish the whiff. And so I picked up on that really quickly. Once again, jumping onto the stage, and I remember that for later. I feel like that's really the best way you can edge guard King K. Rool because of his up. His up B has kind of a big hitbox on the top of it, so you can't really use your down tilt. But if you slingshot them into the stage, that is a good way to edge guard the King K. Rool. So I've got the crown. The problem with having the crown is that you now can't grab the cannonball. And the cannonball can be a great way to finish out a stock and kill someone. But without the crown, though, it messes up their tempo, because most King K. Rools, you know, it's a pretty simple flow chart. Throw the crown, shoot the cannonball, and sort of just do that over and over again until you kind of get them into a position where you can do something. So by taking, you kind of mess up their mojo, and like if they're not used to having, and most of them aren't going to be used to this sort of situation, just because, you know, you playing Villager or Isabelle, where they can prevent you from having it for the whole game, can be very frustrating. So he does get me right there in a good situation, gives me a nice little teabag. I appreciate it. Don't worry, we'll figure that out in a minute. So I pop down there and just grab that cannonball, because the goal is to use it on him. Maybe push him off the edge, and then he's gonna jump, and so then I'm just going to use my cannonball on him. So notice how whenever he gets enough distance, in the same way when I get enough distance, I want to plant a mine. When he gets enough distance, what he wants to do is he wants to shoot a cannonball. So just be ready for that. If you have distance between, nice little teabag right there. I love you, dude. You rock. So I plant my mine right there to sort of edge out the option where he's gonna definitely just jump onto the stage, and then he rolls onto my mine, and so then and then he falls back on the stage. I'm trying to get the slingshot. He rolls onto my mine, and so I plant another mine, and then he goes down below. So I try to edge guard him, trying to get something on me. He rolls into my mine. I don't know what to tell this guy. So at this point, though, I mean, I'm pretty nervous. I mean, like, it's really anyone's game. He's a heavyweight. If he gets one really good back air on me, or a really strong attack, I mean, I'm done for. Like, I'm toast. Like, even that, like, if I did anything worse, I would have been done for. And so this is a very scary situation, even though he's been playing really bad. And then he jumps onto the edge, onto the stage again. And then again. I don't know what to say about that one. I really like that game, though, just because it's one of those things where this is how you can beat really challenging players or like characters. Like, you know, if he was playing any character and decided to jump onto the stage every single time, you can punish that every single time, and you can still win that matchup, even though if it's difficult. The player themselves has a problem that they need to work out. It's not with the character that they're playing. Anyways, so in this matchup, I'm playing a Link, and this one goes really well for me, and I'm really proud of a lot of the work that happened here. A lot of stuff that I figured out not to do. So first thing I did was grab his bomb. Just like with the King K. Rool matchup, they cannot use bomb if I grab it. And if they die, I still hold on to bomb until I throw it away or they reactivate it. So this is a great way to sort of kind of throw them off their mojo. They get one less projectile to work with, and some Links really know how to use the bomb projectile really well. So I'm just trying to be careful of their attacks because up close they're pretty strong, but I would say that that's an unfortunate moment for that Link. Sorry, bud. But I would say their projectiles aren't as scary, but this guy's just really trying to finish this stock out on me. So he rolls in because he sees me walking forward. What I need to do is pretend like I'm going to walk forward all the way, but actually turn back around and then I can get them in a grab or something like that. And he reads my jump onto the stage. Well done. I was doing a little bit of a King K. Rool right there, so I understand. I deserve that one. I want to see there's a certain thing he does that's really interesting. So just getting him pushed off the stage, trying to set up a certain situation for me. I should have done a down air. I go over here to try to pocket it because I want to get it again. And the invincibility frame saved me from being hurt for that. That's a little bit of a misread on my part. I rolled out a little bit too far, but now I got him in a tricky situation. He chooses to jump over me. I probably could have predicted that. So he does a down air, so I take this moment to plant a mine down. I'm just trying to avoid his projectiles, because they can be hard to deal with, and he was already running into me, so if I bothered to grab the boomerang, he was just going to attack me. It's hard. I mean, when you should grab and when you shouldn't grab, I mean, that's difficult, and that's something I'm still working on, for sure. So this stock isn't looking very good. It's not looking like I'm gonna win. And he gets me right there. I did some sort of... Oh, what I did is I pulled out the arrow. I thought the arrow instant shot when you pulled it out. It doesn't. So you have to throw it, actually, after you pull it out. So, not a good situation right there. And I jump onto the boomerang again. I just need to get better timing on that, and I can be good about that. I take note of the way he returns onto the stage. I mean, even though I get hit in that situation, I kind of scare him from trying to recover earlier. And thankfully, I'm able to get that. So he doesn't tech that situation, in which case I go ahead and do a dash attack. So I have his mine, or his bomb, so I'm sort of at the advantage right here, because I have my full kit to my dispense. And so now look, hey, we've brought everything back up. He walks into my fishing rod. He tries to pull out his bomb, but hey, buddy, I got some real bad news. So I get him with 2 up airs, and I mean, that was just kind of a slam of a last stock right there, just dancing around in the air. I was able to pull out my up air faster than he was able to do his down air, and so, I mean, nothing you can do about that. Gotta just be a little bit faster than me. And then didn't try to air dodge any of my slingshots or anything, so I was able to push him off the stage, and then he wanted to eat my last one, and so that was game over. But some really great games today. I'm really proud of my play. Thank you so much for checking out this video and watching me perform, I suppose you could say, in a way. So yeah, if you're interested in watching more Isabelle videos and learning how to counter certain matchups and want to improve yourself, or want to leave a comment, tell me how I can improve a little bit, I'd greatly appreciate it. Genuinely speaking, I really appreciate all the comments that I get. There's some really awesome people that watch my channel and give me some really great feedback on people I should watch and some things that I should do. And just so you know, I do take those things to heart, and I do try to practice those things. And so I hope that it looks like I am trying to improve, and I am trying to take your comments to heart, because I know there's a lot of things that you guys know better to do than I do, for example, you know, like there's some things I feel like I know how to do well with Isabelle that I could tell someone, but we're all better at certain aspects, you know? So it really means a lot to me when you take the time to leave a message and watch these videos and give me a like. So if you have a friend that's playing Isabelle, please share my content with them so that they can improve themselves. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow.